Hello, and welcome to January 4th. We have an exit on T at 108% in 14 days. Let's go look at that chart. There's the chart. That was our setup right there. And we entered it. This was based off the price channel, my short-term price channel. This line here is the 50-day moving average, which I am using for stochastics. Okay, so here's the trade. And the trade entered here at the high of this candle. And we had a 3-to-1 right there at 25.77. I put that at 25.75, rounded off to the nickel. And the trade went and it spiked into our exit, and we got out. And we picked up $37 for the trade. We had 19 contracts, but we used a 23 delta. So let's go over the data and how on this. Oh, let's do the lines out of the way. So how did I get this in line of an incline? Well, I had the regression channel, and I was looking at this candle, and then I was looking at that dip low there, and then I set the regression channel right in there, and it gave me that inclination of that line. And we were looking at the 21 January expiration. We said the incline, and then there was a 3-to-1 established right there. Now, it was originally set up for this long candle. What happened was this candle appeared inside the setup candle. The rules are, if a candle appears within the side the setup candle, stay with the trade. As long as it doesn't break below the exit that you had anticipated, stay with the trade. So we had to move, we had to adjust our nothing. What we did was, we had to adjust our stop in case it did trigger. And when we set up the for the low of the candle here, and where is my data box? I just realized my data box is not with us today. There it is, and here it comes. Okay, so right here became our stop. This became our risk. This became our target, and then we set up the inclination line crossing to the expiration. And then we set the horizontal line, which is our 3-to-1. And my anticipation of exiting this trade was around here on 112. I was looking at this at 12 January, and price came up, flat line through here, and then had a big push, and then doji right here, and the high crossed right into my exit at 25.75, and we are out. Take the money and get off the table. Also, too, as Robert Dunn, one of the instructors from OTA, who is a big candlestick reading, this is a Doji Star. It is a possibility of high probability of a reversal. Therefore, by taking profit off the table, we save ourselves that time. Also, too, remember, this is options, and options have time decay. You don't take that money off the table and say, oh, I want more money, and it comes down and dips down here, and then lingers down here, and then finally goes up here. You lost all this time in time decay. No, in options, profit shows up, and it's in your profit, it's in your demand, it's in your demand zone, your supply zone, your risk management, your exit. Take it. All right. That said, let's go over the data now. This was the alpha account. There's T 044149. This was the price channel 5 with the candle of 3-to-1. That's what that means there. And then we're looking at ROI 100 or 3-to-1, whichever comes first. We got both. That's great. Stochastics is at 88 at the time that we were set up to trade here with this long candle. And again, we do not fear the SOT high number as long as the RSI in itself is in a sweet spot of 40 to 60. The volume was 113.6 million shares at the time that we set this candle up right here on the setup candle. And the entry was set at 23.90, which was the high of the candle here with a little bit of a buffer. We did a calculation, came up with 19 contracts, this account was able to handle. So we got 19 contracts at 23 delta. The anticipated price was 25 cents. We got charged 34 cents. So it was a little bit of spillage there. We stayed with our allocation of 9.9%, which is 10% for this account because under 25,000. And then on here was I anticipated I have a calculation of distance, entry distance, target, and divided by multiplied by delta, and it came out that we were looking at 248 for the exit if this trade had gone longer. The idea here, this one here was 16 days. The anticipated getting 33.39, which would have paid back all the 4,449. That is what this information down here means. The projected loss was $558. With 100%, we would have lost 100% if our retracement had come all the way back down to here. The reason why is because we have so many contracts and delta is so low. So this would have resulted in 100% loss had it reversed. Our exit was set at 1228 at the first ratio. I did move it up to the first ratio because it did clear the gantry, and when it was flatlining, and I was a little bit concerned that I didn't want to take a loss on the trade, so I moved it to the 45.52 as the low, and the target at 25.75, which we did hit right there. Okay, so there we are. January 4th, profit 108.8%, 16 days, $37 profit, 19 contracts, $703 of gross return, minus $26 in fees because we had so many contracts. It came out with a net of 667 minus against the 41.49 that is owed, and we now have a new owe of 34.72 for ATT, and that is the trade. What happens next? What happens next is I have this Doji Star, and we are very close to the 21-day. We could look into a possibility of a butterfly come next Monday, January 10th. Other than that, this trade is going to just stay where it's at. And with that, I thank you very much for checking it out, and drop me any comments and any questions about setting up on this trade. And with that said, I thank you very much and take care. Goodbye.